Hello! Today I'm going to continue reading. Now I have a different place to read because it's a little bit uncomfortable. So now I'm sitting down to read. Okay, so we are going to continue reading this book, The Ugly Truth. Okay, now I'm going to continue. Bookmark. Here. Okay, I'm going to continue. Okay, I'm sweet. I can't tell if he's trying to communicate or what, but every once in a while I respond just in case. Rup? No thank you. Great Aunt Retta was there too, which kind of surprised me. A few years ago, Gammy invited everyone to her house on Christmas, but she accidentally forgot to send an invitation to Great Aunt Retta. She showed up anyway, but she refused to take off her coat, and she just sat there in the living room, making us all feel guilty. That second cousin Terence was there, and the only reason I mention him is because everyone always says I look exactly like he did when he was my age, which is really depressing. What's new, Greg? In fact, when I first heard that, I looked through Gammy's photo album to see if it was true, and unfortunately it was. The picture is this. Can you see the picture? Give you a close shot. So I guess I better start saving up my money for plastic surgery. Dad's cousin Ron was there, and I wasn't too excited to see him either. At the last family reunion, Gammy sent Ron out to get milk, and I rode with him. But he hit a pothole and got a flat tire about a half mile from the house. Ron told me to go to the house and get help, and on my way back it started raining. I walked through the front door and all the ladies in the kitchen started yelling at me for tracking mud on the floor. They told me to take my shoes off and put them in the mud room, which I did. But all that yelling not rattled me because I forgot all about the Ron's flat tire, and when he came back to the house a half an hour later, he wasn't too happy. Sip. Uncle Charlie was there, and I was really glad to see him because he's always get his pockets stuck with candies for us kids. But I didn't always like Uncle Charlie because he used to tease me when I was little. I used to have this pair of red fruity pajamas, and every time Uncle Charlie saw me, he'd say the same thing. Hey there, Red. For some reason, it really got under my skin. I told Mom how I felt, and she took me to the store to get some new pajamas, which were blue. So the next time I saw Uncle Charlie, I knew I had him beat. But it only took him about 3 seconds to give me a new nickname. What a save, dude! The only person who didn't show up to Gammy was Uncle Lawrence. But there wasn't really a big surprise. Uncle Lawrence is always traveling, and he almost never comes to family gatherings, but sometimes he makes an appearance by webcam. But sometimes he makes it like he did at great-grandpa Chester's funeral. Yes, just not the slow for so it's okay. The last people to arrive were Uncle Gary and his fiancée, Sonja. She seemed nice enough, and I guess they are pretty crazy about each other from the way they were acting. Unfortunately, I had to sit right next to them at the dinner table and find out firsthand. Kiss smooch. That told us on the way down that Sonja was kind of sensitive about the fact that Uncle Gary was married before, so we shouldn't bring it up. Apparently, Sandra told Uncle Gary that he was gonna have to get the tattoo on his left arm removed because it had his last wife's name on it. Linda, but I guess it cost a lot of money to get a tattoo removed, so Uncle Gary just added some extra words instead. I am not in love with Linda anymore. At least Sandra didn't make Uncle Gary change the tattoo on his other arm. That's the one he got after he ate the 3-pound mozzarella burger at Dan's diner in one sitting. And you have to admit that's pretty impressive. I ate the mozzarella burger. Like I said, just about everyone in the family showed up, and even though Gammy has a big house, some people had to share a room. Whenever we stay at Gammy's, I always get good with the people Gammy calls the Belgians.